Hello, I am Dr. Sophia Grace, a men's health specialist with more than 30 years of experience. Throughout my journey accompanying my patients, I have heard many confessions from men over 50. One of the things they often share with me is the feeling that intimacy with their partner is fading. Some sigh and say it is simply the rule of aging. Others think their body is no longer as strong as before. But in truth, the reason is not only about health. It is also because you have forgotten the very small details that hold tremendous power and intimacy. Did you know that the real connection between two people does not begin in the bedroom, but is awakened from seemingly ordinary moments throughout the day? It could be a gentle touch, a glance that lingers a little longer, or a kiss placed on a part of the body you never thought was important. Those tiny actions are the foundation that sparks desire, nurtures bonding, and makes a woman feel cherished. Neuroscience has proven that the thin skin areas on a woman's body contain thousands of nerve endings directly connected to the emotional center of the brain. When you touch or kiss those points, you are not only touching her skin, you are sending a profound signal to her mind and heart. That feeling comes with oxytocin, the hormone of trust, dopamine, the hormone of pleasure, and endorphins, the hormones of relaxation. In other words, just one kiss in the right place can awaken her desire and make her feel a stronger connection with you. For those of you over 50, this becomes even more important, because at this stage, intimacy is no longer a race to prove strength or the recklessness of youth, but a delicate journey of patience, presence, and understanding. Your woman does not need you to do anything grand, but she hopes you will notice the small gestures you may have overlooked before. In today's sharing, I will help you explore 6 sensitive points on a woman's body that many men often ignore, but which have the power to awaken desire and rekindle connection. They are the nape and back of the neck, behind the ears, the inner wrist, the stomach and hips, the instep and soles of the feet, and along the spine and lower back. Each point holds a secret of its own, both biological and deeply emotional. The fascinating thing is that when you understand and know how to approach these points, you will see changes not only in your moments of intimacy, but also in the way your woman looks at you, feels about you. Intimacy is no longer simply a physical act, but becomes a subtle language for the two of you to communicate through emotions, trust, and mutual appreciation. So let us go through each point together, because who knows, just a small change in the way you touch your woman could awaken emotions that have been dormant for so long, and your relationship could become warmer and closer than ever. 1. Among the sensitive points on a woman's body, the nape and back of the neck are the most often overlooked, yet they hold the deepest emotional power. Many of you may have kissed your woman's neck before, but often too fast, too strong, making the moment shallow. In reality, the back of the neck is extremely delicate skin, packed with nerve endings connected directly to the memory and emotion centers of the brain. That means even the lightest touch can awaken extraordinary feelings. When you are over 50, intimacy is not about rushing or explosions, but about slowness and presence. The nape is one of the places that shows this most clearly. Women often find this area sensitive because they cannot see it themselves, which means when you touch there, they must give you complete trust. And that trust, once answered with gentleness, will open the door for you to step into their deepest emotions. There is an interesting point that neuroscience has noted. When a woman is kissed on the back of her neck, the brain also activates the memory center. That is why a slow kiss there not only makes her shiver in the moment, but also leaves a long-lasting impression, like an unforgettable memory. If you know how to use this, you will not only create instant desire, but also build a stronger bond. However, the biggest mistake many men make is being in a hurry. They see the neck as a place to assert dominance, kissing quickly, biting hard, or using too much force. But that often makes women feel pressured or even uncomfortable. The truth is, the nape and back of the neck are where devotion and patience are needed. Imagine you gently move her hair aside, pause for a moment, then place a slow kiss right under her hairline. No words are needed, but that moment already sends a powerful message. I see you, I cherish you. That kiss is no longer just physical contact, but an affirmation that you are fully present with her. When a woman feels safe, she will open up in ways you never expected. And the magic begins with one simple action, a gentle kiss on the nape and back of the neck. This is clear proof that, after 50, you do not need to prove anything. Just patience and tenderness are enough to make your woman feel desired and loved. 2. Why is this important when you are over 50? Because at this stage, closeness is not only about physical desire, but about emotions, understanding, and presence. When you kiss a woman behind her ear, you are speaking in a private language. I am here and I want a deeper connection with you. Many men ignore this point, or if they notice, they move too fast, losing the subtlety it requires. But think about it, behind the ear is the place for whispers, little secrets just for two. When your lips touch there, it is not just a kiss, it is a silent message. You belong to me, and I cherish what is most private in you. A study has shown that when a woman is kissed behind her ear, not only does she feel immediate pleasure, but her emotional bonding increases by up to 30% compared to being touched on her hand or shoulder. That proves this area is not simply sensitive, but a direct bridge between the body and the heart. Imagine this. You lean close, your breath brushing her ear. Then you whisper something short but full of emotion. After that, your lips slide gently behind her ear. She will feel not only the touch, but also the warmth, the care, and the connection you bring. That moment melts her heart, and she will be the one pulling you closer. After 50, maturity teaches you patience and the ability to enjoy silence. Do not rush to prove yourself, because true attractiveness lies in making a woman feel chosen, not for appearance, but for who she is when no one is watching. And behind the ears, with its delicacy and privacy, is the perfect key to unlock that. So, next time you want to create a memorable moment, do not forget behind the ears. Kiss slowly, whisper something just for the two of you, and let that moment engrave itself in her memory as something unforgettable. In conversations with patients, I often ask, have you ever kissed the inner wrist of the woman you love? Most smile, shake their heads, and say that place is nothing special. But the truth is, the inner wrist is one of the most delicate, sensitive points on a woman's body, and very few men know how to use it. The inner wrist is thin skin with the radial artery just underneath, where you can feel the pulse clearly. This is not only a biological detail, but also a symbol of emotion and life. When you kiss a woman's wrist, you are not only touching her skin, you are touching the silent rhythm inside her body. It creates a special bond, like speaking a wordless language. I hear you, I feel your heartbeat. Neuroscience shows that touching the wrist can activate the brain area responsible for empathy and emotional awareness. That means just one kiss here is enough to awaken a sense of being understood and cared for. And for women, that feeling of being understood can be more powerful than any love confession. Many men overlook the wrist or just hold hands in a routine way. But imagine this. In the middle of a casual conversation, you suddenly hold her hand, pause for a few seconds, then kiss her inner wrist slowly. That moment will leave her speechless because it is different, it is refined, and it carries rare reverence. One of my patients once shared that after trying this with his wife, he was surprised when her eyes filled with emotion. She said nothing, just smiled and held his hand tightly. Sometimes you do not need grand gestures. Just a gentle kiss on her wrist is enough to reignite feelings after many years together. The important point here is patience. You are not rushing, not proving anything, just being present. You show her that even the smallest, seemingly insignificant parts of her body are worthy of love and care. And when a woman feels cherished in the smallest ways, she opens up and gives back more than you expect. So never underestimate the inner wrist. Sometimes the places that seem least sensual hold the most profound moments of connection. And when you kiss a wrist with care, you are sending a clear message. I am not rushing. I am here to understand and to cherish you. 4. Perhaps in the minds of many of you, the stomach and hips are not sensitive points for intimacy. But in reality, these areas of the body contain a wealth of emotion, and if you know how to touch them right, you will awaken feelings that even a woman herself may not expect. The stomach and hips are areas of thin skin, full of sensory nerve endings. A gentle touch or a soft kiss here can send waves of sensation flowing throughout the body. Even more important, the stomach and hips are tied to deep privacy. Many women after the age of 40 or 50 feel self-conscious about this area because their bodies have changed after childbirth or simply with time. They often cover their stomachs, feel shy about exposing their hips, and sometimes that self-consciousness causes them to close off in their married life. But do you know what happens when you place a slow, gentle kiss on her stomach or hip? You are telling her, I love even the parts you try to hide. I cherish you completely without leaving anything out. That is no longer simple seduction, but acceptance, compassion, and unconditional love. For women, this feeling can be even stronger than any grand romantic gesture. I remember once a patient of mine told me he tried this with his wife after many years of marriage. At first, she was shy, even pulling away, but when he was patient and kissed her hip gently, she burst into tears. Not because of immediate desire, but because she felt loved, acknowledged, and cherished in the very place she was most self-conscious. And in that moment, the flame of intimacy reignited between them after a long period of fading. The mistake many men make is treating the stomach and hips as places to conquer quickly, impatiently. But the truth is, these areas require gentleness, require patience. A slow kiss, a hand resting lightly, all are enough to bring a shiver. You do not need to do too much. Just be delicate enough for her to feel that you are truly present and caring. For you after 50, this is a key. Because attraction now is no longer about the fierceness of youth, but about the ability to make a woman feel safe and completely loved. When she sees that even the most private, vulnerable places are cherished by you, she will open up to you fully. So the stomach and hips are not just body parts. They are places where you can send the message of unconditional love. And when you do that with sincerity, you will see your bond become deeper and more unforgettable than ever. 5. In many cultures, the feet are seen as the foundation of the body, symbols of one's journey and steps through life. For women, their feet often bear the weight of exhaustion and pressure all day long. But few people realize that the instep and the soles of the feet are among the most powerful sensitive points, capable of unlocking surprising feelings if you know how to touch them. According to neuroscience, the feet contain more than 7,000 nerve endings connected directly to the central nervous system. This means that even the lightest touch, a soft stroke, can send signals of relaxation and arousal throughout the entire body. This is why many people feel comfortable when receiving a foot massage. But a kiss or tender touch on the feet goes beyond that. It is not only relaxation, but also arouses desire and the feeling of being cherished. Many men ignore the feet, thinking they are not sensual. But imagine this. After a long, tiring day, you hold her feet, massage them lightly, then place a slow kiss on her instep. In that moment, she will feel the message. I honor every step you take. I cherish even the struggles you endure. And that sense of being cherished will open her heart, not only emotionally, but also in desire. Some studies show that when women are touched on their feet, the brain releases more endorphins, hormones of comfort and happiness. This explains why something as simple as kissing the feet can make women feel relaxed and more connected than much more intense actions. I remember a patient told me, after turning 55, he found it hard to reconnect with his wife. Until one day he sat down, held her foot, and kissed it gently. He was surprised when she teared up because she felt valued in a way she had never experienced before. Just one small gesture, yet it awakened a deep emotional flow that had been asleep for years. The important thing here is slowness and sincerity. You do not need to turn feet into a dramatic act, but let it be a warm, delicate gesture. Remember, attraction after 50 is not about noise, but about depth, about the ability to make a woman feel safe and treasured. So the instep and the soles of the feet are one of the keys to awaken desire while also nurturing connection. When you kiss, caress, or simply cradle her feet, you are sending a powerful message. I love you in every step, in every burden you do not speak of, and that is a language of love every woman longs to hear. 6. If the feet carry the exhaustion of the whole body, the spine and lower back carry the invisible weight of life's burdens. You may not notice, but every day, women bear countless responsibilities: work, family, children. All of these gather in the back, making this area tense and especially sensitive. And that is exactly why, when you know how to touch the back, especially along the spine and lower back, you not only bring relaxation, but also awaken subtle feelings of bonding and desire. Science shows that along the spine lies a web of nerves connected directly to the central nervous system and the pelvis. When stroked or kissed, arousal signals travel quickly, triggering feelings of safety mixed with longing. This explains why a hug from behind or a soft kiss down the spine can make women shiver instantly. I always tell my patients, never underestimate the power of touching a back. Sometimes just resting your hand there is enough for a woman to feel protected. Indeed, the back is an area she cannot see herself, so when you touch it, you are telling her you are right behind her, her safe support. And that sense of protection is the first step for her to open her heart and her desire. The mistake many men make is focusing only on obvious sensual areas in front while ignoring the subtlety of the back. But the truth is, the spine and lower back are where quiet but powerful emotions awaken. A slow kiss from the nape down the spine is not just physical contact. It is like whispering, "I am always here." You do not have to carry it all alone. I once heard a story from a patient. He said after his wife came home from a stressful day, instead of asking how she was, he gently hugged her from behind, rested his hand on her lower back, and kissed her slowly. He was surprised when she leaned completely against him, exhaling in relief as if letting go of all her burdens. And in that moment, they found again the connection that had been fading for years. For you after 50, remember that attraction no longer lies in speed or strength, but in creating feelings of safety and trust. The spine and lower back are ideal places for sending that message. When a woman feels safe, she opens her heart, ready to give you not only desire, but also deep bonding. So next time you want to create a special moment, do not forget to touch or kiss her spine and lower back. That is not just physical closeness. It is a way to say, "I've got you. You never have to worry alone." After walking with you through this journey, we can clearly see one truth. Real intimacy does not lie in loud performances, but is nurtured by delicate gestures, by the smallest yet most meaningful touches. The 6 sensitive points I shared, the nape and back of the neck, behind the ears, the inner wrist, the stomach and hips, the instep, the spine and lower back, are not unfamiliar places. They are right there on the body of the woman you love every day. Only sometimes you have overlooked their hidden power. What makes these points so special is not only their physical sensitivity, but also the emotional meaning they carry. When you touch the nape, you awaken trust. When you kiss behind the ears, you spark private connection. When you place your lips on the wrist, you give reverence. When you cherish the stomach and hips, you erase insecurities and send unconditional love. When you caress the feet, you bring relaxation and the feeling of being cherished. And when you touch the back, you show her that you are her strong support, that she never has to carry burdens alone. For you after 50, this is the key. Because youthful attraction may come from strength or recklessness, but the charm of maturity lies in patience, understanding, and the ability to make a woman feel safe. And once a woman feels safe, she opens her heart in ways you could never imagine. Desire is not just physical. It is also the urge to connect, to share, and to feel cherished. Think back to the last time you made your woman shiver with just a small touch. If the answer is a long time ago, then maybe now is the time you need to change. You do not need flashy acts nor secrets from afar. Just paying attention to little details, just truly being present in each moment will make everything different. I always believe that intimacy after 50 never fades. In fact, it can grow deeper, more meaningful, if you nurture it with tenderness. One right touch can replace 1,000 words. One slow kiss can stay in memory longer than any expensive gift. And once you give her the feeling of being loved in the smallest details, you will receive back a great love from her. So, remember these 6 sensitive points and practice them not only in private moments, but also in daily life. Because intimacy is not a luxury. It exists in every glance, every touch, every kiss you can give at any moment. And if you find these insights helpful, keep them for yourself, but also share them with friends, with those who walk alongside you. Because when each of us learns to love more delicately, to honor the women beside us more, we not only renew our own relationships, but also help build a community of mature men who know how to love, who know how to spread good values. Intimacy, after all, is not a race to prove, but a journey of understanding and sharing. And if you nurture that journey, you will find that love after 50 is not only intact, but more beautiful than ever.